This is your family's first and most important line of defense against Mother Nature. When she strikes, make sure you call the people that I trust, my family and friends at Exterior Home Solutions.
Exterior Home Solutions 2-minute drill on this Tuesday. It's slowly creeping towards Saturday. And I got to hear from both coordinators today. Got to hear from 4 different balls, including Nico Iamaleava. And I think the easiest thing to say is Nico doesn't want to hear about no weather.
No.
Like, he don't want to hear about that. He's played in the snow in Chicago in the 7-on-7. He played in the sleet and ice out here in Farragut. It's kind of snowish conditions out here a few years ago. That was in pajama pants. He'll be dressed warmer Saturday than he was in those instances.
Yeah, and again, I mean, I think it's all players. Coaches said the same thing. I mean, when you put the ball down and start playing, just go play. And I think that's the head coach's message. I think that's Dylan Sampson's message as a leader. I think that's Nico's message is, man, you've worked too hard to get to this point to be bothered by cold weather or to be affected by something like that. Just go play. And I think that's the approach this team has. Will it be enough Saturday night? We'll find out. But I will be shocked if this team is tight, if this team is nervous, if this team plays antsy or is bothered by cold weather. I don't feel that. Will it be enough to win? We'll find out. But I don't think Tennessee's going to be that team.
You have referenced the stat of Nico's, stat line, completion percentage, touchdowns to interceptions, all that since the halftime at Alabama. Joey referenced, Nico's and the offense's marked improvements since that time today, which, speaks to they're seeing the same type of thing.
Well, and Joey talked about how much faster Nico is getting through his progressions, how he hasn't blinked when things are not going right, and how they've stopped hurting themselves and shooting themselves in the foot. And, you go back, and you referenced it, the start of the Vanderbilt game, horrible on special teams, shoot yourself in the foot with a turnover by Dylan Sampson and a fumble, didn't flinch, and then go make plays. And Joey said it best, like when we can get out of our own way, we're a pretty doggone good offense. They just got to stay out of their own way Saturday night. That'll be the challenge. Limit penalties. Don't turn the football over. Those types of things will give them a chance to go up there and pull the upset.
One of the more interesting questions that came on Zoom from David Pascal of the Chattanooga Times Free Press, asking about, like, how do you keep the balls warm? And because, we talked about that. Like, I mean, the ball gets rock hard and it gets a little slippery. It can kind of turn into a Keystone Cop stop thing.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting, Joey said, well, we want to keep the same ball out there because we want to play fast.
Yeah.
So there's some thought about tempo that you might see more of than you've seen in the past because Ohio State hasn't played a ton of tempo. But he also noted when Nico doesn't like the ball, he just throws it back to the catcher, so to speak, and asks for a new one from the umpire is basically the baseball analogy there. So, all those things are a factor. But again, I think it's just line up and play. And to do that, Tennessee's got to be and do what they do best. That's run the football. That's win first downs and stay ahead of the sticks the best you can and go play. And that's the fun part of all this.
It's line up and play. It's Tennessee and Ohio State coming up Saturday at 8 o'clock. He's Brent Hubbs. I'm Austin Price.